In this video, let's go over how you work with inserting plugins into your channel strips. So as I explained to you, by default, each channel strip has a EQ compressor and fader. So here's the EQ section over here. You've got the compressor and then the fader options. You can go and move these around. So the compressor here is post fader and the EQ is pre-fader, or maybe you want it the other way around with the EQ before the fader. And just to explain how this works, if you have the compressor after the fader, this volume level is going to have a bearing on the compressor. So if you move this down, then that volume level is going to go into the compressor. But if you have the compressor before, the compression is going to take place before that volume fader. So you can make some adjustments to these compressor settings and then adjust this fader, and it's not going to have any bearing on the compressor. So you just have to bear that in mind. It's sort of got to do with the signal processing and routing of the effects in the chain. Now, if you right click on this area over here, you can insert new plugins or effects. You've got a favorite section. If you decide to add some plugins to your favorites, you can choose to go by creator or by tags. So you can see this is listing bass plugins, EQ plugins, reverb plugins, and so on. Let's go and add a Harrison Mix Bus plugin. So go to by creator, Harrison consoles, and let's try add summing. How about this 3D triple delay? So that opens up the interface for the plugin. You can go in and make some changes. And this is just a delay plugin. It's got 3 different delay lines coming into the plugin and then mixed together. And on this graph here, you can just change some settings with the delay. And as you can see, this is an extra plugin by Harrison that you need to actually purchase. So these options by Harrison are some extra add-on plugins that you can get for the application. I'm not going to use this plugin right now, so what I'll do is I'll click it and delete it. Now, what if you want to use some third-party plugins? What you have to do then is you need to first make sure in your preferences that you've got under plugins, under VST, make sure that you enable the Mac VST support so that your Mac will pick up VST plugins and that it'll scan for new VST plugins on application start. What this means is if you install a new third-party plugin, when you restart Mixbus again, it's going to scan for that plugin. And if any plugins are an issue, it will put them into a blacklist. And if you're using Apple audio units, you need to scan for these as well. So just make sure to scan on application start. Awesome. So let's restart Mixbus. I'll save and quit. Now watch what happens when I launch Mixbus again. On launching, it's scanning for any new plugins. And if there's any problems, it'll come up and let you know. But all my plugins are okay. So now I could go to new plugins, go and search for a plugin. Let's maybe add some third-party plugin. For example, this reverb plugin by Ear Reverb. I can load up either the audio unit version or the VST. There we go. That's my third-party plugin. Awesome. So that's how to bring up your third-party plugins. And you'll also see that you've got a plugin manager. So in this plugin manager, you can add plugins to your favorites. So for example, that Ear Reverb, if I just want to search for it, Ear Reverb, I want to add it to my favorites tag, or I can even hide it. Maybe I don't want to see some plugins, I can hide it. Now, if I go here and right click the favorites, I've got that Ear Reverb. So you could go in and add your favorite plugins to this favorite list. So it's easy to go in and find them. Awesome. So that's how to add new inserts to your tracks and how to use third-party plugins in your effects chain. Now, in the next video, let's explore VCA assignments and automation. Catch you in the next video.